Peace, y'all. So I'm here to do um, a recap review for Queen of the South, Season 5, Episode 3. And the title of the episode is No Te Pierdas la Cabeza. So it says, don't lose your head or don't lose your mind. All right, so it starts off, it's all this cash on the table in Teresa's office. And they say it's $3 million, and that would have been the judge's cut. But I guess now, since they have the evidence on him for the corruption, then they didn't have to give him his cut. And so they're saying, Teresa say she's going to give $1 million to her workers that work so hard, and then the other $2 million donate anonymously to the Innocence Project to try to help some of the young boys who got locked up by the judge and everything. So that's that. Next scene is Pote and Kelly Ann, and they're out there talking about the baby. And so she's worried about something, and then Pote like, I gotta do my Pote voice. Hold up. Hey, look at me. I swear I won't let nothing bad happen to our baby. He's gonna have everything I never had as a child. Money, safety. And then Kelly Ann like, love? And he like, love. And they all happy or whatever. And then Pote all happy talking about something. He grabbed her hand. He said, okay, come on, let's tell Teresa. And then she just stopped him like, no, I'm only 2 months. Let's give it a little more time or whatever. And he like, all right, but not too long because I don't like keeping secrets from her. So that was that. So the next scene, they cut on the press conference that the judge is supposed to be doing to clear Dumas. So they cut it on the news, and the podium just empty, And so he like, where's the judge at? Because remember, in the last episode, Boaz had grabbed him up in a car at the end of the episode. So cut the Marcel Dumas. He's at another location with like a little worker of his or whatever, and they watching the press conference because Teresa and them, because the man Lucius told him to watch it. And so they see the judge is not there yet, and Dumas is explaining a bit to the bull what's going on, that Teresa supposed to have did something with the judge to get him cleared. And so then you just hear the news lady come on like, the press conference has been canceled or whatever. Then they announce a $2 million reward for Marcel Dumas in connection to the son's murder. So, Dumas was like, what? She was supposed to be looking out. Now they put out a $2 million. What's going on? So he ended up calling Teresa, and Teresa explained to him what went on, the deal she made with the judge and all that, but she don't understand where the judge is or whatever. But she said she had sent somebody to come get Dumas and take him to safety. So she sent James. So Boaz walked in carrying a box in his hand, so we already know what it is. So then they like, we've been looking for you. He like, I know. He like, I'm sorry, Hefa. And then he put the box down and he said, I tried. Then he opened it up and the judge's head is in there. So everybody like, dun dun dun. So Pote, as soon as that happened, Pote knocked him down, had the gun to the back of his head, like, just say the word. So then Boaz said, I couldn't let him live after he killed Javier and Amelia. He said, I already made peace with whatever it is, so he already knew what probably was going to happen, but it was worth it to him. So James ran in and was like, 2 cops just pulled up. So Pote put his gun away, but nobody thought to put that severed head off of the table that's in the box. They had a little minute. Somebody could have grabbed that. Like, they really be slipping. And I don't even understand why they into all what they into, and how they don't have no way advanced security warning. Like, for James to just run in and be like, the cops just pulled up. Like, nah, there ain't enough security for all that y'all got going on. Couldn't be me. But anyway, I know it's Hollywood. I'm going to try to chill. So that Captain Gamble walked in, and he just was so upset. And he like starts talking about, he was like, the judge is dead. And then Teresa like, what? And then he like, you know already. His voice was cracking and stuff like that. Cause the judge was there. I couldn't believe how his voice was cracking. So anyway, then Teresa said, yo, I don't know nothing about it. I don't got nothing to do with it. And so that's that. And the captain basically like, I'm gonna find out what happened. Then he left. So next, James picked up Dumas, and he told Dumas they were driving. They made their little introduction because they never met each other before. So then Dumas, he told Dumas that that he's going to take him out of the country, but they're going to start by getting him out of state, and so that's what's going on. And Dumas talking about I gotta make a stop. James was like, a stop? That's not a good idea. Dumas was like, I still gotta make it. Corny. So anyway, so Pote, back at the house, Pote trying to convince Teresa to give Dumas up. Because he like, that captain not gonna go away unless he gets somebody, you know. And she like, we not doing that. And he like, man, either somebody go down or we all do. So that was that. So cut to Pote, Teresa, and Kellyanne driving, and they're saying that it's trouble in Mexico because Boaz not around, so they need some things with the business down there. So she said, make a list of everybody who works for Boaz in Sinaloa, and then she like, I have to be prepared to replace him. So, because you know they might kill Boaz over what he did, because he caused a lot of problems by killing the judge too early. If he just would have waited and let him make that one press conference, everything would have been better. But that bull messed everything up with that. So it is what it is. So it turned out that the stop that Dumas wanted to make was with that old head Lucian from earlier, the one he looked at as a father figure. So they all dramatic with it. They under a bridge or whatever, and Dumas come out like, because you know he leaving the country or whatever, you know he gotta leave. He like, I just came to pay my respect, you know, and you was like a father to me. You took me in, you know, da 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 da. So he just was really on his emotional John. So the boy ain't even care. He was like, yeah, I mean, I did what I had to do, you know. You know, stick and move. So that was that. They did that little emotional moment. Then the boy Lucian, the old head, gave him a bag with some money and was like, that's all I, you know, had on me, basically. And he was like, keep your head down and trust no one. And Dumas was like, all right. So they pull off. So as they're driving off, somebody come behind them. So James like, somebody telling us. And so you hear James trying to lose him or whatever. And end up it's the cops. So now they getting chased by the cops right after they left the bull, right? So that's that. So now it's back to Kellyanne, and she's just realizing that she's not going to be able to find a paper trail because they're trying to find some type of money evidence regarding the judge. So that she had Kellyanne doing it, and so she's trying to find some money, or she trying to track some actual money to match up with the evidence they have. And then she was like, no, he an old head. He wasn't doing nothing online like that. He probably had a ledger where he kept all his stuff. So Teresa said she going to have somebody to look for the ledger. So now James and Marcel Dumas, they reached the safe house where they going to be at for a moment while they trying to take, because the car is no good no more because now the cops seen the car. So now they at the safe house and they just got to wait till somebody bring them a car or something like that. So James is telling him like, yo, it had to be your old head who set you up. Marcel like, he like a father to me. He wouldn't do that. He just gave me a bag of cash. Now, why would he do that? And James like, didn't you say he taking over your business? Why you gone? He is like, you know, he might like to see you locked up, basically. He said maybe he like you in prison. And so Marcel should have listened to the old head when the old head said, don't trust no one, that include me. That's what he basically was trying to tell him. So now he could be like, hey, it's your fault. I told you don't trust nobody. So, all right. So now they're back. Kellyanne and them are talking. Matter of fact, Kellyanne talking to Boaz. Boaz like locked in a room because they mad at him or whatever for killing the judge. So he said to Kellyanne, he's like, "You pregnant?" And she was like, "No, what you talking about?" And he basically said he used to have a blonde girl, and when she was pregnant with Kike, that she had that little glow like what Kellyanne have. So to him, he thinks she pregnant. She like, "No, I'm not." And then he just said something like, "You don't want to bring no kids in this world," or whatever. So she looked like she was reflecting or whatever. So then she run out, tell Pote, "I gotta pop out for a couple hours." He like, "Where you going?" She just said something like, "Oh, I gotta go do so and so and so." "All right, sweetie." And all this fakeness, like Pote's stupid. Like nobody is stupid. You might fool somebody who you don't know with all that Southern baby talk and all that, but not them. So anyway, whatever. So today I was in there talking to Boaz, and he made a call to straighten out that situation in Mexico, and then he told her, if she give him a notebook, he'd write down all his connects and everything. He understand, because he basically understand that he might die, that he probably gonna die, but he don't want to mess up her business over what he did or whatever. So t- James called Teresa at that time, and he told her that the cops was chasing him. She like, "How?" He was like, "I think it's the old head who he met up with in the Cadillac." She was like, "Lucian," and so that was it. So she told him that the judge was dead, and that's basically it. So when he get off the phone, Dumas had a gun to his head, and Dumas like, "What's going on here?" And so now Dumas find out about the judge, and now he just he don't trust the whole situation. He basically was about to shoot James, but James, talked his way out of it, and he was talking about Teresa and everything, telling her, like, we not out to get you, like we trying to help you, this, that, and the third. So, cut to the next scene. It's the captain, the same Captain Gamble came in when he saw Boaz, and he like, "Just the person I wanted to see." And then he said surveillance show him dragging the judge's body. Now, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about, okay? I know we live in a world of surveillance now. I know that's not unrealistic, but it's very unrealistic that killers, professional killers, and cartel and all that is not familiar with surveillance and cameras and things like that. And he really gonna sit up there and drag the judge body in front of some cameras. So that's a side note. That was interesting. So anyway, so Teresa was like, "What do I have to pay you to make this go away?" And he like, "You trying to bribe an officer of the law, And he like, "My mom was a nurse's aide, basically, and my mom used to take care of the judge's wife when he was sick, and he paid my way through night school. So, whoever killed him gonna have to pay." Basically, that's what he said. And then she like, "Look, I'll give you $2 million. Whatever." And even his lower cops he had locking up Boaz or whatever, she said $2 million. They was like, like, "Yo, take that, grab that." And so that was so she offered him $2 million, and then he said, "Yeah, I'll take it." He said, "But before I leave here, I still need somebody to get locked up over this or whatever." So that was it. So how about so unexpected? Teresa walk in to where Dumas and James is at and stuff. She like, "Where is he?" And then James had just got finished like convincing Dumas, like, "You could trust Teresa. Yo, I done seen her give money to the poor. You know what I mean? She helped people. She put her neck on the line for people she don't even know," which she did many, many stupid times back in the day and everything. So he know her character. So James was just vouching for her, was like, "Yo, she'll never do you like that, and everything." So here come Teresa. Don't you know, here come the captain, Gamble, and the police. She really did turn Dumas over to them. Like, that was just so shocking. Like, wow, she really did that? Okay. Whew. So she's standing there watching them take Dumas out. And when he stopped, like, in front of her, she gonna go something. I'm sorry, Dumas. Like, it ain't no sorry in the world. Like, if you don't keep your little funky sorry. I really thought he was gonna spit in her face, and that's very disgusting. I can't stand even the thought of somebody spitting in somebody's face. But that right there, you gonna do this, then you gonna sit up there and say sorry in my face, like, So he told me something. I trusted you, all dramatic. Like, you should have just spit in her face and been done with it. So that's that. So next scene, Pote had followed Kellyanne because you know she was all suspicious. So when he got there, he heard some noises in the building. It sounded like she was crying and stuff like that. It was a building he didn't know and stuff. So he was making his way in the building, listening to her voice and stuff like that. So when he got to one point, he heard her voice behind the door. So he busted the door in. They all sitting down. They had an NA meeting, and she just crying, telling their business. Like, ah. So he was salty about that. She jumped up, went and talked to him outside. So they got out there, and they had their drama because she was saying she used to be a drug addict and all that stuff. And, like, she's scared to be a mother. She don't want to mess her baby life up. And he was just saying how great she is and all this. And he's definitely going to skip that drama. So next scene, Teresa, she say she gonna do anything she can to help Dumas. She talking to James. I'm gonna do anything I can to help him. He like, you know, there's no guarantee. And he was like, man, I had just promised him. I had just got finished promising him you would never turn him in. You know what I mean? She said I had no choice. And so that was salty. And so in the last scene, Teresa in her room, and she got her Coke out on the table, on the vanity or whatever. She about to snort or whatever. But I guess she just got so mad that she just knocked everything off the table like, ah. So she all frustrated because she disappointed herself because that was terrible to turn in that man like that. So that was it. That was the end of season 5. So I hope anybody will watch that one day. You know, I'm just had these on YouTube. One day, you never know. Somebody might just be looking for a review on Queen of the South. So like, share, and subscribe. And I should be caught up within the next couple days because they're on episode 6 tonight. It come on tonight at 10 p.m. So thank you for watching. Peace.